Good morning, Lena Scott Lighthouse. This is a reading today of Raising Consciousness using the Healing Waters deck. And I just pulled some cards and asked them to give me a story of where humanity's going in the future. And it feels like this is a reading of more integration in the near future of our higher mind with our conscious mind, and more, it still feels like more feminine, soft flowing energies rising to the surface that are going to be growing and changing as we move into the future, especially this Pluto into Aquarius, and then it going back into Capricorn for a few months, and then going back into Aquarius, Pluto into Aquarius, which is about a lot of hidden things coming to light, right? And it feels like there's a lot of feminine energy and people's being more in touch with source energy, being more in touch with intuition, and getting more people healing more, people trusting in the universe more, making decisions that people are making, coming more, just having more flow to them. And it also feels like a lot of healing energy here by what I've got on the table here. And I feel like humanity is healing. We are integrating becoming more into the 5D, having more of this healing energy, having more flow to our lives than what we've had before, and trusting what the universe is telling us about where we're going. So the first card we have on the table here is the Healing Lagoon. Rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal. It's safe to stop. So for some of you that feel like you have been taking the time to heal, you're now coming out of this healing stage and moving into an action stage is what it feels like. Okay. It feels like a lot of heart energy, a lot of the primordial waters, people just being more in touch, male or female, doesn't matter. Just the energy of coming out of hibernation if you've been doing a lot of healing, okay? And then we've got the Lady of the Lake, and she's got a sword in her hand. So this is, to me, and it says new beginnings, something's about to happen. Swords have to do with healing. We also have the new moon at the top of this card. So at some point where there's a new moon, okay, it feels like it's talking about, over a period of time, a lot of newer ideas and people being more in touch with their intuitive side and knowing where they're going to go with your. It feels like these are also angels and ancestors right here, and paying more attention to what they're telling us. It feels like more of this. I keep getting this feeling of etheric energies coming about, where the energy is real subtle, because it feels like, since we've gone through the solar eclipses, that somebody said the other day, and I totally agree with them, that we're receiving the energies in a different way now. They're more in a subtle way, but they are affecting us more in a subtle way, but they're also affecting us in a sharp way at the same time. Does that make sense? It just feels like more of intuitively knowing, following your heart, knowing where you're going, okay? And some kind of alchemizing happening, because then we have the pearl, okay? And this to me feels like, again, in between those realms, on the astral level, picking up a lot of information, using your heart and saying, I know this is where I'm going. This says alchemy, the reward at the end, and from grit to grace. So maybe people are also shedding past, having come to, maybe, how can I say this? Intuitively coming to grips with any lessons that you learned in past lives, shedding the negativity of it, coming into the positive of it, and being more integrated and knowing from your soul's point of view where you're going, after even getting messages on the astral level in your deep sleep cycles, and waking up refreshed, knowing, because of this alchemizing thing happening, knowing where you're going. Even if you're not quite sure of the next step to make, it's slowly being shown to you, because we've got this spiral right here. People are going more internal. People are paying more attention to that to raising consciousness about what source is telling them, what your higher self is telling you, in that integration, that alchemy coming about, and just knowing, making decisions based on that in some sort of way that's leading you on a better path than what you would have, say, if you would have had something similar come up in another lifetime, or in the past, even a year or two, that we've grown so much, had so much regeneration going on, and so much integration going on, that where our spirits are rising, our intuitive levels are rising. As humanity as a whole, we're regenerating, evolving. We're having that higher conscious mind where they're telling me so many people are shedding skins on a psyche level, and you're following your path. Your path's going to have more flow to it. You're going to just intuitively know more of where you want to go, because you've had this time. We've done a lot of healing. Okay, then we have this Atlantis card, and this Atlantis card is talking about keeping the big vision, staying in alignment as you grow. And then we've got this portal right here, this doorway here, and this kind of feels to me like past lives and everything coming to that integration level where there's more flow to it. It's not as hard to make the decision that you need to make, and that you intuitively know that you're making the better decisions for yourself, humanity as a whole, but yet people individually at the same time. Okay, I feel like people have done a lot of more healing, okay, and let go of past traumas, past lifetime choices that didn't turn out as well for them, and that we've just got all this integration going on, that things are just flowing a lot more. The next card we have is Let It Go. Release the past, forgive, soften, move forward. Again, I feel like this is talking about shit. You see how it looks like she's parting the waters like Moses, right? It feels like shedding and letting go of bad past karma, all your past karma being not forgiven, but where you've just regenerated to a point where you're now moving forward with this higher conscious mind, and it just feels like the angels, the ancestors, are just sweeping in and helping people to let go of past karma and being cleansed, refreshed, going forward in just a new way. Because then we have Let It Rain. Okay, guys, this is a beautiful card. And we've got two of these rainbows here, and I feel like this is well, here I feel like it's from the microcosm and macrocosm, where we've got all that integration going on, okay? And we're having more trust, more faith, without stopping and thinking about it, being just more intuitive messages coming in, and allowing what is, inevitability, trusting in the universe, knowing that we're going forward in the future. I don't know if anyone's going to remember any of this. Okay, they're showing me a picture of an old Star Trek The Next Generation episode, where this guy had this fantasy about Troy, and he was seeing her as I don't know if anybody remembers this, and this guy that played the part, he did a really good job. But they're showing me where they found out on the holodeck that they went in and they saw a program he had, and it had Officer Troy walking up, and her hands were clasped, and she had this Virgin Mary up, and she was like, "Oh, you know where you're going, and your soul is so wonderful," and it was have this kind of goofy thing to it, right? But that's what they're showing me. So it's like softening, moving forward, going forward in a way where you just have more trust and faith, and you're not questioning where the universe is taking you, okay, or where it's taking us as a human race. And then we've got the following the stream: dedication, trust, future, rivers, and oceans. And again, it feels like we have this watery psychic realm energy, this internal in between the realms, with all this energy coming in of just knowing that we're on the right path, that there's a lot of more healers and people coming forth with that reintegrate, that regeneration and evolved higher spirituality, deep knowing inside of you, okay? And then we've got She Who Flows, ease, being open to change, going with the flow of life, decisions, it feels like decisions aren't going to be so hard in the future. People are going to do things for the right reason. More people are going to be speaking up, and more fighting for the underdog, more people coming forth in groups. And guys, I'm going to do that thing today. I'm going to do it after this reading. More people coming forth and just knowing that they're doing things in a whole healed way, that we're just going to know intuitively more in the future where we're going to be going, and whatever, even no matter what little surprises come along the way, humanity itself is just going to know, those that are healers, the mystics, the seers, the people that go out and physically get in the trenches, you're just going to know where to go. You're going to have more of that with that regeneration and that integration. Just, you're going to have more help on the spirit. It just feels like, I keep hearing God's army, but I'm not seeing it as like God, like the man sitting on a throne. I'm feeling like it's just talking about more, my ears are going off again, more source energy coming in, being more in touch with your spiritual side, knowing where to go, feeling your angels. They're telling me about a story again too. Your angels and your ancestors guiding you forward and feeling like they're with you. Okay, which again is that in more higher spiritual energy. Okay, guys, take that how it resonates. And I just feel like some of you are going to become these. Are going to find that there's going to be some subtle shifts happening, that all of a sudden, and I'm just keep getting this in between realms thing of things happening where people are just going to be moving a lot more, knowing where they're supposed to be going, even if they don't know exactly why, but feeling more heart driven, your heart, head, and your mind with that integration. I think we're going to start. Okay, they're telling me we're going to hear more stories about people that suddenly left jobs, left a place where they were living. They moved overseas, or they moved from one end of the United States to the other. They moved from some of these foreign countries, moved here, or people moving around more with more of a purpose to what they're doing, with where they're being called to go. And they're saying in the next, for some of you, it's going to be current. Some of you, this is going to be coming about next year. Some of you, they're saying it's going to happen. It's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger going into the future. They're showing me like a place, and then these little light trails of where people have gone here, people have gone there, people have gone here. And I'm not quite sure what that's about. And again, they're showing me that place with the... Guys, I'm going to draw it today and put it on the table and show y'all. It's just like a centerpiece with these little, this group, that group, this group, that group, and more people just spreading out and doing high energy, energetic, spiritual work. They're talking about more of these because it's going to happen differently for everybody, but those that get the higher conscious mind, they'll be like, everyone's going through their own thing, so everyone will be at different stages. But the people that are raising their vibrations to the point where, with that feminine energy coming to the forefront, more people are going to be, there'll be like just different types of groups coming about in temples, and people looking for answers, and the newer souls looking to the older souls for help. And a lot of this just higher feminine energy, spiritual vibe. Guys, I've just explained it the best way that I can, okay? But this is going into the near future and beyond. So, guys, take it how it resonates for you. If any of this resonated for you, give it a like. If you know someone that you have been talking to this about, share it with them. Leave me some comments in the comment section. Tell me if you've been feeling any of this, or if you've been having psychic dreams come up, if you've been feeling like you're being called forth to help heal people, because I'm seeing, I just keep getting all these downloads and just little things that are niggling me about just all these different little groups. And any of you may be at any stage of this, they're saying. Some of you may be have now going to jump to the forefront as a certain kind of healer. Some of you may be some people may have been in the past, you may have people say, well, he was kind of a hard nose, but now he's seems to be more in touch with his feminine side, and he's coming through in a gentler way. Okay, more people trusting in the universe. Some people feel like they have just a bigger vision for their life than they ever have before. Some people just having a lot more flow, being more dedicated. People having more trust in their intuition than they ever had before, and not listening to the naysayers. So that's a message too for someone. If you have been having somebody tell you to doubt, if they tell you, oh, you're crazy, okay, whoever that resonates for, don't listen to them. Your angels and ancestors are speaking to you, and they are trying to guide you to be the healer, the leader, the elder, the shapeshifter, the person that's meant to go forth. And I keep hearing help fight for the underdog. Take that however it resonates, guys. It just feels like there's so much more coming. All these, like on this one, they're telling me, look at all these shifts, energy shifts that are coming in. People going more internal. They're just talking about this rising consciousness, guys, and in between the realms. Not even in the ether. They're talking, because the ether to me is on where your angels, your ancestors are. But they're telling me even between the realms of that. Guys, take that how it resonates. They're showing me stairs going up into heaven. And then just these different realms where different people are, I don't know, maybe that starseed energy, guys. Again, take it how it resonates. But we're just going to be, and some of this is going to come about when my time's over, guys. So someone may see this, and somebody may see this after I pass away and say, oh my gosh, I wish she was still here, I wish other people like her were still here. And I feel like more people are going to be picking up on these energies that I'm picking up on. I cannot be the only one out of 7 billion people on the planet that is picking up these energies. All right, guys. So this is a raising consciousness message. I hope it resonated for some of you. I hope some of you are seeing these energies, or it can help maybe explain to some of you what you're feeling, guys, because it's coming. I just feel it. So my heart just says this is just more higher consciousness and more regeneration of where we're at now, and where we're going as a race, or as humanity just goes into the future. The next generation, the generation after, maybe that's also part of that Star Trek The Next Generation message too, because it's the next generation, right? All right, guys, lighthouse, be a light in the darkness.